Why is change so hard, and what is it about it that seems so painful? Today I want to touch on our choices and how our perspective of our choices can potentially make change easier. Change can be extremely difficult, but why? Even though we're improving and we're growing and we're actually becoming better, sometimes that becomes difficult and hard for us to do. Think about it. A lot of us struggle with eating right and exercising, even though we know that if we did it, it would be better for our lives. Now, is it hard for us to do this because we're lazy? No. It's because change, whether good or bad, requires one extremely powerful and scary thing: sacrifice. Every choice we make requires us to sacrifice, regardless of what it is. If we have a decision to make, we are going to be sacrificing something. Let me give you an example. Let's say you had $500 of discretionary income. All your other bills are paid for and you just have $500 you can do whatever you want with. But you only have $500 you can do whatever you want with. So let's say we decide that we want to buy our dream car with that $500, because $500 a month on a car can actually get you a pretty nice car. And because it's our dream car, obviously we want to do it. But now we have to look at what are we going to gain from that and what are we going to sacrifice from that choice. And we might think to ourselves, well, yeah, it's discretionary income, so we can do whatever we want with it. It doesn't matter. But it does. There will be sacrifices made. So what will we gain if we buy it? We might gain more confidence as we drive around in this awesome car and we know everyone's looking at us. Our drive may become more comfortable because we have all the bells and whistles that a nice car may have. We could gain safety because the car may have more safety features. But what are we sacrificing if we find a car that's $500 a month and that's exactly the amount of discretionary income we have? We could be sacrificing the opportunity to meet people because now we can't go on dates because we can't afford to pay for them. We can have experiences that may include going on trips or going to shows or amusement parks or different types of things that we could be gaining more experience with other people. We may not be able to buy nice clothes because we can only get the clothes we need with our regular income, but with this discretionary income, now it's all going to a car, so we can't afford nicer, fancier clothes. We could also be sacrificing our future, not being able to save up for the future and something that may happen or where we may need more income. And we could keep going on because there's probably thousands of things that we're sacrificing to be able to get this one car. Now, I'm not saying that getting the car is a good or bad choice. We just have to realize that by getting it, we're going to be sacrificing something else. And if we made a choice to go for a cheaper car, we're going to be sacrificing some of the comforts and luxuries of that car and maybe the confidence the other car would have brought, but we'll be able to do more with our money, and so we won't be sacrificing as many things in other areas. Now, when we look at our fat loss goals, we have the exact same dilemma. What are we gaining and what are we sacrificing by making the choices we make? And we're going to have sacrifices on both sides, whether we choose to eat healthy and exercise or whether we choose not to eat healthy and not exercise. Now, if we choose to eat healthy and exercise, what are we sacrificing? We could be sacrificing our immediate comfort because exercise can be painful. It can make you sore. Getting in the gym can be difficult. A lot of the workouts can be tough and they can be a challenge, and it's not comfortable when you compare it to sitting on the couch or relaxing somewhere. We could also be sacrificing some relationships. We're spending time in the gym as opposed to hanging out with other people, or because we change our diet, we may not be able to associate with people as easily because all they want to do is go and eat junk food or go to restaurants where we may struggle, and so our relationship diminishes, especially if that relationship is built around food. We're also sacrificing our time. It takes a little bit more preparation for our food. It also takes a little more preparation for workouts, and we're taking time out of our day to go and do a workout. And when we're exercising and eating healthy, we have to allot our money to those things as opposed to other things. So we'll be sacrificing some of our money. We won't be able to spend our money on some of the junk food or some other things that maybe we would be able to if we didn't eat healthy and exercise. And one of the big ones is probably familiarity. We're going to be going into uncomfortable areas. It may be uncomfortable to go to the gym or to start going to the gym. It may be more familiar to sit home and relax or to enjoy our comfort foods as opposed to eating foods that may be more nutritious for us, but they don't provide the same level of comfort that some of these other comfort foods might. But now on the flip side, what if we choose not to eat healthy and not to exercise? What are we sacrificing at that point? It could be long-term health. Exercise and eating right doesn't tend to make us feel better today or even tomorrow, but it might be a month or 2 months or even a year down the road. So by not exercising and eating right, we are sacrificing our long-term health, but we won't see that immediately. And if we have kids, we may be sacrificing our ability to play with kids. When you don't feel good, it's hard to want to go and play with them. When kids have so much energy and we don't, it's hard to say, yeah, let's go run outside and play, or let me get on the ground and roll around and wrestle with you. There's things we just can't do when we don't feel well because we're not eating right and exercising. We could also be sacrificing certain types of memorable experiences. What about going into the mountains and going for a nice hike? When we have a lot of excess weight and we don't have the energy to do that, that becomes very difficult. Or feeling comfortable going out and swimming and going to the beach with our friends. Being able to wear certain types of clothes is also sacrificed. And just like when we do eat healthy and exercise, we will still be sacrificing money by not exercising and not eating right. Because now we're going to have to allot some of our money to doctor's visits, to potential medications, and to other things that will keep us healthy enough that we can still function. Now we can constantly focus on what we're going to be sacrificing. And when we look at that, change looks painful. But instead we need to look at what we're going to gain from living a healthy lifestyle. The things that we could gain could include strength. We'll have the ability to pick things up that we normally couldn't. We'll also have inner strength that we didn't normally have, where we can push harder and drive through difficult things a little bit better. We'll have more energy so we can do more things. We can be more active. We can engage with people a little bit better, a little bit more. It can improve our confidence. When we look and we feel the way we want to look and feel, we will be a lot more confident. When we're getting compliments from other people, we will have that confidence we want. We'll be able to have experiences that we normally couldn't. We'll be able to go on the hikes, get into rock climbing if we want to, get into swimming if we want to, or triathlons or marathons, or whatever activity you want to get into. We'll have the opportunity to do that. We'll also be gaining new relationships. When someone goes through a body transformation, they always gain new friends. People see the struggle they're going through and they see the struggles that they're overcoming. And this tends to develop into strong friendships and new relationships. We'll have a lot better health, so we won't have to spend our money on doctor's visits and doctor's appointments. We can spend our money on things that we really want to. Along with that, we'll have a stronger mind. Our brain development is strongly linked to our physical activity. The more active we are, the more our brain can actually grow and develop. So here's my recommendation. Sit down with a piece of paper and write out 2 columns. One with all the sacrifices that you'll be dealing with by changing, and one with all the rewards that you'll get because you're changing. Compare those things. What are you willing to give up to be able to reach your goal? And what are you willing to strive for to help you reach that goal? If you really want to change your life and completely transform your mind and your body, you can do that. All you need to do is put the effort in and realize what you're gaining and what the rewards that you're getting from doing that. Trust me when I say that you have so much potential inside of you. You can accomplish whatever you want if you put your mind to it and you put the effort in. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if you will, please share this on Facebook and Twitter. Get the word out. Help me help other people. And if you're not already at fatlossevolution.com, head on over there and leave a comment. Let us know what sacrifices you're willing to make and what rewards you want to gain by transforming your mind and body. And if you haven't had a chance to sign up for the newsletter, go ahead and do that. Just input your email and I'll send you weekly updates with blog posts, new information, up-to-date information, and motivation that will keep you going. Along with that, there's a 5-day fat loss course where you'll learn what you need to do to lose the weight you want to lose and to finally gain the body that you want to have. Thanks again for watching. This is John Gibson, and I am out.